Salwete to Skippy Lee. Today we're going to be continuing chapter 23, so you're going to need to be on page 173 in your books, and we will get started. Today we're going to pronounce our vocabulary words one more time, so make sure that you're following along in the list. And here we go. Hurrah, hurrai. Mensis, mensis. Mors, mortis. Pecunia, pecuniae. Pretium, pretii. Conjungo, conjungere, conjunxi, conjunctum. Obtineo, obtinere, obtinui, obtentum. Pereo, perire, perii, peritum. Sto, stare, steady, statum. Wendo, wendere, wendidi, wenditum. Werto, wertere, werti, wersum. Altus, alta, altum. Mille. Minimus, minima, minimum. Pauci, pauci, pauca. Pauper, pauperis. Plurimus, plurima, plurimum. Proximus, proxima, proximum. And willis, wille. So you may have noticed in our vocabulary list this week that there are several words that have to do with the cost of something or the price of something, selling, buying, things like that. And today's construction that we're going to look at is called an ablative of price. So you're going to need to be on page 174 in your books. And towards the bottom there, we're on section 62 where it says ablative of price. So normally when we have an ablative case word, you're going to use the words by, with, or from to translate it. That's what's on your reference sheet. That's what we've done forever and ever. Ablative case, object of the preposition, and you use by, with, or from. In this case, we're going to translate the ablative a little bit differently than that because of the way that we in English word cost and price phrases. So for example, see if you hear the words by, with, or from in any of these sentences. I bought this dress for $30. The store has a 2-for-1 special. He traded in his baseball cards for money. None of those have by, with, or from in them, but they are all going to be translated with the ablative case in Latin. And if you notice, the main word that they use for that is for. I bought this for some amount of money. That's how we use phrases in English to buy or sell something. And so in Latin, this is going to be in the ablative case. So just know that whenever you're translating and you have a price phrase, something that is being priced, you're not going to use by, with, or from, you're going to use for instead. And that'll become clear to you as you translate. If you try to use by, with, or from when you're talking about a price, it's just not going to make sense in English. So you're going to need to switch to using for. So in your assignment for today, what you're going to be doing is similar to your last assignment, but a little bit different because it's going to be about price. So you'll have several different small phrases to translate. And we're going to actually go ahead and do the first one together. So I'll know if you watched this video, if you get number 1 correct. So number 1 on your exercise today is actually the same as number 1 on exercise 3 in your book. So if you're looking at that and want to jot it down next to it, that's fine too. So page 175, exercise 3, you're going to just translate the underlined phrases. So you don't have to do the whole sentence. It's just what's underlined. So if you look at number 1, the underlined phrase is flores magno pretio emebant. And so your job is just to translate that little phrase right there. And then your first task is to find your verb, which is normally located, hopefully you remember, at the end of the sentence. So we're going to go to emebant first. And emebant is from your new word, emo, to buy. Bant is going to be they, so we'll say they were buying. Now we're going to go back up to the beginning of the phrase. So they were buying flores, which is flowers. They were buying flowers. Our last part that we have is magno pretio. and that's going to be the ablative case. So normally we would say buy with or from a great price. That doesn't make any sense. This is why we need to switch it to for. So we would say they were buying flowers for a great price, and that's going to be your translation. So you'll have several similar phrases to do. Find the verb first and then translate it. Some of them will not have a verb, so you'll just say, for example, it might be for a great price. That might be a phrase that you translate. That's fine if it doesn't have a verb, but you want to make sure that it doesn't before you do anything else. So you'll have for example, you might have for $2 or something like that. That's a phrase that you could translate as well. So make sure that you've got for in your sentence when you do price phrases, and that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions about your assignment for today, if you get stuck on one, need help, always feel free to chat me, let me know that you're having trouble, and we can figure it out. And I think that's it for today. Walai te Discipuli.